Oh, you working with Boomman. You saw we came up here?
I saw.
You saw that clip?
You know, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Responsibility. Yeah. And so you deal with artists, they have egos. You get where I'm coming from? Yeah. And that's what make them good artists. Like, I think Euro was a really good artist. You ever work with him again? Hell nah. Come on.
I do an interview. I don't need to wear shades. You can see my eyes. My eyes ain't hollow because I'm healthy. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully.
I caught that one.
You can.
What going on? Y'all know what time it is. G6. I am on my side. Another episode of Fat Podcast. Y'all know what time it is, man. We in the building. We got a Cha-Cha ain't here today, as y'all see. But we got a special guest in the building. Homie, what's going on?
What it do, big dog?
Euro, how we feeling, my guy?
Man, we blessed. We alive. We winning.
Everything. I wanna start out like this, man. We just got to know R.I.P. Lotto,
Yeah,
Lotto Savage, man. You know, R.I.P. the homie, man. You know, prayers up. How you feel about that?
I think it was wrong to find. You know, it wasn't good that I found out about this prior to coming in here.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta set that feeling aside, handle your business first. But it always weigh on my heart because it's like, you know, I've been in therapy and shit like that, so it's a little different for me. Like, I really embrace my brothers, all of them. I don't care what you is, Crip, GD, Blood, East Side, West Side. It's like I understand what the struggle is and really to make it out. So, you know, it's torn emotions. It's like, thank God, like I'm not in that predicament. I'm not in that situation. But it'd be nice to see bro had, you know, bounce back in that. Not the situation. So yeah, my condolences to him and his family for sure.
The boy had talent, man.
Yeah, for sure.
You say I want to pick it back on something. You said therapy.
Yeah.
What made you get into that?
Hey. You know, respectfully, it was just something. We all go through stuff and like that like I think we ask God for stuff and we expect the reward for what we ask for to be like God be like, oh, okay, that what you want? Man, cool, I'm gonna bless you with it. He gonna bless you with it, but it's kind of like we don't always expect the outcome to be what it is for us to make that pivot. So
yeah,
it was like, for me, being the type of artist I was, I think I felt confident about myself because I really was like, you know, about everything I ever rapped about.
Yeah.
I wasn't really wanting. I ain't never want nobody to try to pull my card. So it was like, if I ain't on that, we ain't talking about that. If I'm on that, I'm on that.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, saying I wanted to be a businessman, I want to grow, I want to get out the hood. It wasn't being conducive to who Euro Gotti was trying to transition into. So it kind of like I needed that to happen for the, like, I had lost my identity. I lost myself. Like, I'm waking up and, you know, it was just kind of weird because I went from like waking up thinking about making more money to waking up thinking about murder. Like that was just my mindset because I was just hurt. Yeah. I was super hurt. I wasn't really angry. I was hurt and didn't know how to channel my hurt. Yeah. So it was kind of like I was losing myself because I was becoming something that I wasn't.
D1.
You know what I'm saying? Walking backwards. So it was like I needed it, and it just, it's pros and cons too. It's a gift and curse.
When you say you needed it or you waking up with these crazy thoughts and shit like that, like what pushed you to that? Like what had you on that type of time?
I always been genuine. Like I ain't never been no flaw. You know, even being in the streets, like the thing that I more so got into, I wasn't no dope boy. I was more like I was a jack boy. That was my trade. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't like out here telling people like that. I ain't want to be known. Why would I be known for that? You know,
exactly.
But it was still positivity because it was like for me, how I made right of it. I'm only going after everything in the streets.
Yeah.
If it's positive, it ain't got nothing to do with the streets. We don't mess with that. But anything else, like you know, we good to eat.
Fair game.
So it was just like me always having morals. It was kind of like when I felt like I transitioned out of the street, I still kept that same demeanor where I never crossed none of my partners. I never did nobody wrong. Even if I did business, I don't have to know you. Exactly. If I'm telling you I'm going to get something for you, I'm gonna go get it for you, and I'm gonna bring it back, and you ain't gonna be a penny short, dime short, none of that. Like
exactly.
I knew karma was real, and I didn't want that kind of karma.
Let me ask you something. So how you can be a taker with a respectable taker? Like that what it sound like.
Yeah, I know it sounds crazy. You know, it's like, you know what we be doing? We be trying to make right the things that's probably not right, but to push forward, you almost gotta like have a crazy thought and let it just sit with you. So it was kind of like, I felt like where it was going. If you in the streets, you know what's gonna come to you in the street. You can't sell dope and think like ain't nothing never gonna happen to you.
Exactly. Exactly. Don't worry
You know
like
what I'm
that.
saying? It's a quick. It just don't really happen like that. So it was like, shoot, if somebody got to do it, I might as well be the one to do it. Like it's gonna happen to somebody. So that's kind of like what my thing was, and I felt like being in the streets and other people in the street, we always got what's coming to us anyway.
Yeah.
So if you on that, then we really gonna be on that. That's what type of time we on.
Because you know what's coming with it.
You know what's coming with it. You just gotta accept the consequence. I can go to jail. I can die. But you know when you broke. A lot of times you be like, I'm willing to take these chances. I was so broke. I was like, bro, I don't got no place to sleep, no food. If I go to jail, I got more than what I got out here right now. So we on what we on. That's just what we was with it. So, not glorifying that, but it was always like same thing we say. If you are selling dope, like I plan to transition out of it.
Yeah.
It's just to help me, but that quick money. It ain't. You don't learn until you figure.
You get addicted to that quick money.
You get addicted to it. It come and go.
It come and go.
So
it coming so fast. Yeah. Therapy. I'm gonna stay on it before we get off of it.
Sure.
Like you still do it?
Here and there, it's not as needed as it was before, cause the way I think now is like, I was brought up and taught that like anybody you pay for a service, you learn that trade. So you take on that mindset. So like, for me, it was kind of like anything that I had a question, I would think, what is my therapist asking me? Because then that'll tell me, like if I'm wrong about a situation, I don't just look at it and try to figure out how I'm right.
Okay.
I have to look at it from both sides. It was like, okay,
exactly.
Well, I have to play devil advocate with myself. So when I'm able to take that accountability and say, nah, I got it. That ain't it.
And then too, you don't learn from being right all the time.
You don't. You
don't learn shit. Yeah. Because you think you perfect.
There you
You
go.
think you never wrong. So what you learning?
There you go.
You know what I mean?
So it took unlearning all the things that I thought was right to have to relearn, and now it's kind of like in the midst of that though, it's good, but at the same time, I lost a lot of memory. Like I lost a lot of memory. Like a lot of stuff, people, events. It's like I can't.
It's all a blur.
It's all a blur. Even like going through the hood, bro. Like I hate to say it's crazy because it's like I can feel and remember like, damn, I really came from the hood.
Yeah.
But I can't relate being in that environment now because it's like I'm so far from
So far from it, yeah.
Which is, ultimately what I
strive to do.
I strive to do anyway. Like my kids play soccer, they don't listen to rap.
Yeah.
These niggas like listen to pop music, white boys, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I respect it, but it's like, I guess that's that sign like, damn, bro, like, I guess this what that transition end up looking like.
That what it end up looking like. Like you get the money to get out of the shit. Like we don't need the police kicking in the door no more.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean? Like why you want your kid to grow up like that?
Come on, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So kids, let me ask you this before we get out there. One last therapy question.
Sure.
You think all black people need therapy?
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
We even the ones that say they don't need, the ones who say they don't need, the ones who need it the most. Cause we don't understand how our brain work. Like to keep from having, if your brain allowed you to remember everything that hurt you, you'll have what's called an aneurysm, where it's like a nerve in your brain that'll bust and you'll bleed to death, of course, internal bleed.
Exactly.
So what it does, the brain does what's called compartmentalize. It take all your thoughts and it put them in there. That's how people get triggered. Like right now, if I ask you, what you would do if a nigga called you a bitch ass nigga? You'd be like, man, I ain't studying that. I keep moving.
Yeah.
But if you don't know that that's a trigger and he call you a bitch ass nigga, that how you end up sitting in jail trying to figure out why the fuck I killed
15 seconds turn to 15 years.
Because you didn't know that trigger was in the back, because the brain stored it in the back and said, we're going to push this back. We ain't going to think on that too much. We ain't going to never think on that. So in your brain, it's gone. It don't exist.
Yeah.
But it ain't until somebody open that file cabinet and then it's like, oh, snap, I didn't know I had that.
That way is that.
You got to go to therapy so you can learn about your upbringing. You can learn everything ties into who you are today and why you make the decisions you make.
Okay. All right, we can switch gear for a minute. You started off artist first or a producer?
Producer. Yeah.
How you get into that?
Shout out to Tetwood. I had a couple of Tetwood OGs that were just kind of like, they were rocking with me. And the thing was, I guess 'cause I was in the streets, I tried to rap, and I liked to rap, but I think what really was fucking with me was when I started rapping about the shit that I was really doing.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck no, like you telling us, bro, hell no. But I also wasn't good at storytelling if it wasn't true.
Okay, so the imagination part wasn't really there like it needed to be.
It was there if I can relate to what's actually going on or talk about a scenario. So I was just like, man, let's just stick to getting some money and working on these beats. So I had at that time what they would call Four Mafioso or something like that. It was Boulevard, and then I had like few folks from Boulevard that used to come and shop with me and stuff like that, and they used to pay me to do the beats and like write the words, stuff like that. So I fell in love with that creative process of like helping somebody else be a star. But I realized it wasn't being executed how I saw it. Like I could see a hit song and feel a hit song, but if you don't deliver it the way I'm telling you to deliver it, it ain't getting nowhere.
And that's the job of a producer too, though, like the coaching guide through the record.
Paint that picture all the way.
Yeah. You dealt with like, well, I'm quite sure you had to deal with artists who I want to do it like this, but they ain't really listen to the vision or what you got going on as a producer.
We ain't really never had no rebuttals. It was just kind of like, I think the problem was I was dealing with a lot of street niggas that were getting money. And so it's kind of like they ain't had that hunger that I had.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of like, I'm cool. My folk gonna hear this and this, that, and the third. They ain't really see the vision that I was seeing. Like, I'm trying to make it out the hood.
Yeah.
Y'all already getting somebody. Y'all pulling up Benzes, G-Wagon, stuff like that. So it's kind of like y'all kind of comfortable with where y'all at compared to where I am.
Yeah,
So it's kind of like, if you can't get somebody to do it for you, you just gotta kind of do it yourself. Yeah.
So you transitioned into music, like being an artist when?
I want to say right before I got locked up and did time. Okay. It was like around that time it was kind of like the artist was like, it was like WAP, like OJ, anybody that were really in the street doing what they were doing. It was kind of like, okay, cool. So I messed up thinking that I need to take that route of, okay, cool, I'm already on this, but if y'all see it, it's going to match with everything I'm doing as an artist. That wasn't a smart move because I got stronger in the streets than I did in the studio.
Okay.
And it was like, and by stronger I mean like I started finding means to survive outside. Like I have to still pay for studio time.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And then even when they were cutting it, giving me free studio time, I wasn't looking at the long picture of like, I'm going to do what I got to do to pop off and then come back and get y'all. I was kind of looking at it like, hell nah, bro, I don't feel right doing this free. Y'all need some bread. Like, it still costs to operate it. This is a business.
Exactly.
So I still be on some, like, hitting licks and stuff like that, doing what I got to do. Go get me some money. But I always take my money to the studio. Yeah. I wouldn't never spend on nothing else. I wasn't smoking. I wasn't drinking. Everything was straight studio, get my little brother some food, and that was it. Like,
yeah. So basically,
my bread went.
So basically, you was let shit slide in the entertainment world for free, but you would get your money in the street.
I would get money in the street because I wasn't in the entertainment yet. I would just.
I mean, like not in the business, but doing the shit, trying to. Hey, you want to come work? Come on.
Yeah.
For free.
Yeah. Well, no. They were offering me the studio time free because they were like, bro, we believe in you. Like, you got something. Like, you ain't got to keep doing this street stuff because you got a talent.
Yeah.
But it was just like, I just ain't never feel right. But I ain't gonna lie, it was almost that chain game mentality. Like, bro, like, I knew they weren't hoeing me, but nigga, you ain't taking that honey bun on no pillow.
Nah, we ain't taking no. Not at all.
Doing that. But that wasn't what it was for them. I just felt like, I guess I learned this through therapy. Like, now that we talking about it, my mom was like a narcissist. Like, I could never satisfy my mom for nothing. I went to Morehouse, but I did that because my mom, I ain't finished it. I was an honor student all the way through school, but I did that for my mom. A lot of stuff, good decisions I made for my mom because I wanted her to be satisfied with me. So I grew up trying to relive my childhood of wanting to satisfy my mom. So I attracted that. Like, I never felt right if people just gave me stuff. It felt like they deserved something back. So I didn't feel right just taking free studio time. I was grateful that they thought of me like that, but I'm like, nah, I went never with the freebie shit.
So you think like the issue with your mom, like it kind of in the long run fucked up business for you?
It definitely did. I mean, it did, but it made me become who I am. Like, that's how I made the decision to, you know what I'm saying, like, get the girl that I got at that time, the female that I was with. That's how that came about. That's how I locked in the situation I did when I started doing music with AE. It was just like, it all felt familiar. And everything we do, we go back to that childhood memory of like, okay, this feels familiar, and let me try to fix it.
Even if it's wrong, we're
gonna try to make it right. Cause I wanted to feel like somebody needed me. You know what I'm saying? My boy, what it do, family? But I always wanted to feel like somebody needed me, and I never felt like that. And it was like, so that felt familiar when I had that situation going on. It's like, okay, cool. They need that.
You ever talk to mom about that?
Yeah, I do.
It got anywhere?
It didn't really get nowhere, but it's like I can accept my mom. Like at any given time when she ready to like really go to therapy and like mediate the situation, I'm okay. But that's kind of how I deal with people. If we ever got problems, we can resolve the problem by going to talk to a therapist or somebody that can like let us know, hey, you wrong or this is what. But if you against that, then you ain't really trying to fix the problem. All we gonna do is go back and forth.
I don't have
that time. So, you know, I love, but I just love from a distance.
That affect you like dealing with women? Like relationships and shit?
Nah, cause honestly that's how my situation came about. It's like, you know, I prayed about it, but because I prayed about it, it was like, I think that's how my situation really got better.
Praying about it.
Like I ran into something that I needed, but at that time, I felt like I didn't need it because it didn't need me. But that I learned, like, even moving forward, not saying that my situation now ain't going to work out, but I know how to move now. I never move with nobody that need me. Like, I don't need you to need me, and I don't want to need you. We just...
Okay, let's get into that right there. Yeah. That's a conversation.
Yeah.
So, somebody that needs you is a no-no.
Yeah.
Stay away from that. You advise people to stay away.
Unless it's business.
Okay.
Unless it's business.
Okay, so in a relationship with a female, if she needs you, run.
I just wouldn't deal with it.
You just wouldn't deal with it.
Cause you ain't never gonna be happy. Cause if she can't find out, if she can't find happiness for herself, a person can never make another person happy. But they'll always use you as that crutch to say why they ain't happy. So it's kind of like, and that just, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like we add to each other.
Yeah.
If you happy, you know, you can be conducive to what I need.
Exactly.
And the same thing. And when we part ways, we even can part ways healthy where it's kind of like, I ain't need you, you didn't need me.
Ain't got to be no smoke behind it.
Ain't no smoke behind it. I ain't going to nothing with no smoke, bro.
I ain't even gonna lie, like, most of the time, every time I dealt with women who didn't need me, it was better.
It's always better.
Yeah, every time I dealt with a ball bitch, like, it was better.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
They can't do nothing but add to you.
And we can't do nothing but add to each other.
That's all we can do. That's all we can do is just add with each other.
I ain't taking you down, you ain't taking me down.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real.
And I'm like that with even female. I don't, you know, like ain't no, I need money, I need this, I need that. We ain't need nothing. You don't need none of that.
Yeah, for real.
You need money, baby. You don't need me. I ain't gonna give it to you. I ain't gonna just give it to you, baby. We gotta build. We gotta know
we fuck with each other. We here together.
And we with the bricks, you come with the cement. Like, let's build.
Let's build this shit.
Make sense.
Yeah.
I ain't coming with both, and then you end up running off. Like, we can't do that.
How often you had to deal with like women who don't understand that play, and then looking at you like, you know how sometimes they think the nigga who think like us.
Yeah.
When it comes to that,
he cheat, he broke, but they don't understand.
They don't understand.
They need therapy. That's all. It don't really even be. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. Like, you can't really blame people for what they don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of even women, men, a lot of us get our mentality from the people that we were raised up. Like, a lot of niggas that run around like, man, fuck these nigga, bitch ass nigga about. You might not know. You might have grew up with your mom. I can listen to your conversations tell you might have grew up with your mom who wasn't with your dad. Might not know your dad, but she's so hurt and bitter. She's bringing you up to think, fuck these niggas.
Exactly.
Everybody slime. Everybody this, that, and third. And you end up turning to a slime ball. You end up saying, fuck niggas.
Exactly. Law of attraction too now.
There you go. And the same thing with women. When, you know, I mean, yeah, for women, it's like if they mom telling you know, this the man job, this, that, and the third. Baby, if you ain't had no man around to tell, you can't tell your daughter what a man is supposed to do if she have not seen it. If you
Exactly.
haven't been introduced to what it really is. That's a generational thing.
Yeah, because you don't really know what a man supposed to do.
You don't really know.
You ain't dealt with it.
And we get upset, like, like niggas go and get these white girls or these foreigners or vice versa. A female go get a white boy. You gotta understand, a lot of people come from, when you got your shit together and somebody that don't need you, they come from generations of love. Like the great-grandparents was together, the grandparents were together, the parents were together. They have a system in place that shows what it is.
What it is.
What love is.
What love is.
Yeah.
You believe in marriage?
It's iffy. Yeah, I do. From the business side, but I believe in love a lot more than I do the marriage.
If you were to get married, you'll get a prenup?
Got to.
It's
a business.
Yeah.
Love, you don't need to.
Yeah.
I can love you to death until I can say I can love you to death do we part. Like, you ain't got to have no bands for that, no wedding band. But
exactly.
When people understand like the monetary value that come behind, actually, man, that's a contract.
That shit a contract. That shit
it's
straight bid.
Contract, bro. Like once you buying all that shit over, bro, like it's a real business.
That shit
you
straight
can make money
bid.
off that shit.
And it's straight bidding for the nigga to lose.
It's actually set up for the nigga to win, but we ain't taught
explain it to me.
So it's a lot of different values that go like we put out. We don't. First thing we gotta realize is America's a business. A lot of the shit that we get upset about, you can't get upset about business. It's fucking business. This country, we got niggas that migrate over here. Not to find love, not to have fun. These niggas come over here and handle business. They open up gas stations. They do. So they understand the concept of what this is not paradise.
Yeah.
This is America, the place of corporate business.
And
that's how marriage is over here. It's the same as that things. There's a lot of pros to being married as far as like, man, like down to housing, down to... man, just sharing the same name, bro. It's like it's a list of things I can just run through.
That shit like the game Life. Remember the game Life?
Yeah, but you gotta have everything set up.
Yeah.
You gotta know that it's about a business.
You gotta know that.
Cause
that's where you lose when you don't know that.
But you go into it with your emotion, but you fucked up. You better already have it intact and know, hey, look, we love each other, but what we about to do? We finna get this money with Tiny's not. It's like Tiny not. Like, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You the fashion.
Yeah.
You got the clothing on. Talk to me about what you got your own line.
Yeah.
The ooh. Yeah. I saw that. Yeah. Talk to me about it.
101.
Yeah. What made you transition to the fashion?
Man, I always had a desire for clothes. Yeah. Like high school, I was wearing suits at school, but it was just I was carrying briefcases. Like it was just different because it was just kind of like.
What made you what the suit out at school? You didn't go through hell because of that?
Hell no, but get what though? Cause I was clean as hell with the suit. They just ain't understand. It was crazy. Look, I wasn't coming to listen, bro. Let me tell you.
Keep it real now, nigga. Didn't get on your ass by wearing the suit.
They couldn't, bro, cause it was like I was just a cool nigga. I was a cool nigga, but I also wasn't doing like I wasn't coming in with no Easter pink Steve Harvey motherfucker trying to look like. If we gonna do it, bro, I'm gonna really put that shit together. Like, home finna go somewhere. So it was like I would get asked like, damn, where you going? But I went into all that like goofy hat color shit. Like I wasn't coming like that. It was just, be honest with you, I got tired of like buying clothes and don't nobody say shit.
Yeah.
I got tired of like.
So you in the fashion for real?
Yeah, cause it was like, nigga, everybody going to get the new J. Ain't nobody finna talk about, damn, why you got the new J? We all got them on. What I spending money for?
Exactly.
But it like, so it was like, now for me, it's like, I'm not a good opener. Like a conversation is like, I can carry a conversation, but I'm not good at walking up to people and just opening a conversation.
Yeah.
So a lot of time my clothes do it. Like I always just got something different on it. It's kind of like, it be the right people that I attract who I need to talk to, who I need to connect with, who I need to network with, and that's what it's really become.
Based on what you got on.
Based on what I got on, and so it's like from on the fashion tip, it really transitioned over to who I was as an artist anyway, because I'm the oldest of 10 kids.
Yeah.
So naturally, my spirit is a nurturing spirit. That's why it's like I've always been the type of person where, even if I hit a lick or something like that, it ain't about me first.
Yeah.
I take care of my people. My people know, like, damn, Euro always gonna take care of his people. Like, he gonna always watch out. If he tell you no, he gonna give you the reason why he's saying no or whatever.
Exactly.
So it was like when I got into the music game, like a lot of what's going on with like the live reviews, the indie showcases. All these were like ideas that I came up with because I was like, damn, now I got the platform where I'm able to give back. I can give back.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was with a label. I gave away my ideas free of charge, and they took my shit and ran with it. So that's how that came about. But when I came over to the fashion world, I realized like there was a gap between affordable and luxury. So I merged it to make affordable luxury. Like, everybody ain't trying to Temu Rick Owen. We kind of want some quality Rick Owen type shit, even if it ain't Rick Owen. I can't pay $1,500, but I also don't want to pay $15 and have niggas clowning me. So I find that middle ground to say, cool, I go get quality fabric, and then it's like I see the Rick Owen cut, but I add a little more urban cut to it to make it be like, damn, like. So now when you walking in, it's like nobody really got this shit. This shit is really one-on-one.
This shit
like,
one-on-one,
got on some custom shit that's fit toward him.
Yeah.
So it's like, psychologically, we feel good. You look good, you feel good. So helping niggas to put that shit on, it's like that's my like newfound passion along with doing music. It's like, helping niggas put that shit on, like they feel different. And again, me wearing suits. Yeah. Like even now I wear suits and stuff like that. It's like I think a lot of us,
it's understandable now.
Yeah, it's understandable now, but when you put on the clothes, you don't really be knowing like. You get fly as fuck, like dressed up, you kind of won't go to certain places just because you fresh. Like I get super fresh, I don't want to smell like weed, bro, because I know the niggas in the area where I be at, them niggas might be, if they doing drugs, it ain't no smellable drug. Them niggas don't want to smell weed. They might be in the back doing coke, they might be doing pills, I don't know, but they on rich nigga drugs, and that's the type of environment, white, black, whatever they are. So it's kind of like
type of party sound crazy. What the
It won't be party. It just be like network, like art galleries, bro. Like it. Be,
okay, shit like that. Okay.
It be
I'm just fucking with you though.
Nah, ain't no party like that nigga said something.
Fuck you said.
That nigga about to say something, wasn't it, baby boy? Nah, hell nah, no sir. No sir.
Nah, you know we gonna keep shit a little bit.
Nah, for sure, we got to do that. But it's like that. Like it's like. When you put on the suit, bro, like the place you typically might go and vibe, you know,
gonna be different.
You be like, shit, my partners don't wear this.
Yeah,
I'm finna go over here to here
and kick their flavor.
And then you end up picking on game where you at. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like helping to elevate the black man mindset of like, nigga, we can't just keep wearing like, nigga, you getting 40, boy, you can't be dressing like you was when you was 20, nigga, you ain't 20.
You look crazy.
What point you gonna? It's a time and place for everything.
It's a time and place for that.
Let's get some business about ourselves, but let's look cool doing that shit instead of feeling crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what I be. That's mainly what the fashion.
The investment. I jumped into the fashion world. I had started a company called Never Stress Game, right? And I was pre-making everything myself. I jumped right in hands on, like, and I see you sew shit yourself. You put the shit together. Like what kept going? Cause what killed me was, you know, it's cool when you just start, you get 2-3 orders. Yeah. But when you making it yourself, you get 100 orders. Yeah. I wasn't fucking with that. Yeah. What keep you? I'm just keep it real. I gotta do it, cause I'm doing it myself straight out there. Yeah. But then the money stuff, I ain't gonna lie, the clothing money is better than damn near every other type of money.
Because clothes is a necessity.
It's a necessity. Yeah. So the paper was crazy that was coming. Yeah. I guess it was my passion. Like, what kept you going, even though you couldn't?
It crazy you asked that question, because I was talking to one of my OG yesterday, and he said a lot of problems with what people got is it ain't that they ain't got a talent, or it ain't that it won't happen for them. They don't want to be the people that have to. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's real. You just got to know if that's really you, because like you said, you probably could have did 100 boy, but if you probably have to, you probably like, man, hell nah. Yeah. And that's understandable. Yeah. So I guess for me, it's just kind of bro, I just know to keep going. Yeah. I just know to keep going. Like, and I also know, I feel like I pay attention to what people do. You know, you get past that part of thinking about getting money. Yeah. And figure out what to do when you get the money.
That's the part.
And that's what we stay caught up on getting money. You get dope boys who get money, but that's all they mind on transition to now I got the money. We mad at Elon. The whole world mad at Elon Musk, not knowing he deserves to be in the place that he's in. And I'm going to tell you why. if you ain't think about how to take over the world, nigga, like he did, that sound crazy as hell. He didn't know about it.
Yeah.
He figured this shit out.
Yeah.
And we mad because we want our emotion put into it. You got to figure out what you gonna do after you get a certain situation. So with me, when I get money, I delegate.
Okay.
I don't look at it like increasing my profit. I push out more work. So it's like I calculate like, all right, what the cost of this is one item going to be, and have to put in that factor in the whole overhead of that to figure out what my profit going to be. So for me, I might walk away with a $30 profit, but within that $30 profit, most of that money that I done took or I had to put back into the business is going to end up generating me 3 times that.
Exactly. Because
it's kind of like I ain't looking at trying to increase one time.
Yeah, exactly.
So we got to learn, black people got to learn
how to flip.
Delegate.
Yeah.
You got to buy your time to think for more. Like that's what ultimately what it come down to.
Say
like,
that again, because people did.
Buy your time to think for more. Like,
Explain
don't figure out how to keep your money, put other people in position. So it's like, it might cost to have a secretary, but if having a secretary allows you to figure out how can we make more money, you have to buy your time. Bill Gates, all the rich people, they wake up in the morning and wear the same shit over and over because they utilizing their brain cells. I don't have to think about what I'm going to eat, what I'm going to do, what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I'd rather utilize that time thinking about how to get more money. So they believe in that's buying time.
Okay.
So you have to buy your time to figure out how to think on how to make more money. So that's where we at now. Like, it's just
exactly. That's what you're doing with the fashion brand right now.
That's where it is, yeah.
And that with life, like any business you want to do, like that game for any business y'all want to do. Like,
for sure.
I'm gonna apply a lot of that shit. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Just to keep me the G with you. But yeah, so the fashion shit, like where you at? What stage? What? No, fuck that. How you describe it? Urban or you did say that urban?
It's a
mixed
cross.
with couture.
It's a cross. So I shouldn't be giving away the strategy, but I give my strategy away now. Like,
sure. You ain't got to.
Nah, it's cool, cause I mean, shit. Hey, man, it ain't nothing but all like people might need to hear this so it can turn it when it turns into fruition. Maybe they can run with it. But I more so start off with I initially wanted to just target the people that I know that's already elite, cause that's what the brand is about.
Okay.
Being elite is 101, and I mean that speaks for itself. It's like that mean nobody like me or whatever.
Exactly.
So it's kind of like I'm starting off giving and showing love to the masses by being like, okay, here's something for everybody.
Okay.
You want to look like this, you want to feel like that, that's cool. But then ultimately it's to transition over to the doers and the shakers, which it will become like real custom one-on-one pieces where it's like, we only made this one time. Okay. The price is not on the, it's like if people that know how to get in contact with us, they can get in contact with us and we can personally sell it, ship it, however we do it.
Okay.
But it'd be highly expensive. That is for the masses to see like, damn, why he ain't doing that for us? Because you got to become one of them doers. You start doing, you want more, cool nigga, work for it. Work hard to get in this lane because this is for the people that are actually doing.
That's the doing.
So it's having a strategy and a brand strategy is how we gonna catapult, get everybody, but then see how it grow.
And then that go with like the target audience.
That go with the target audience.
Yeah, a lot of shit you said sound like you got a target audience in mind.
I got a target audience, and I ain't gonna lie, it's not the one I got now. Everything that came with AE, it got to go.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to be funny. Like, I love them people don't spend no money.
Let's get right into that, right?
For sure.
Let's get into that. So you working with Boomman. You saw we came up here?
I saw
that clip?
You know, bro, I ain't gonna lie. People send me stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Because it's like, they fans of me, and I don't hate it. It just kind of be like, if you ain't never done no business, I don't respect talking down on a man you ain't done business. You got to know firsthand.
Exactly.
Because even if you rock with me,
yeah,
or if, unless you can explain to me and say, I see how this went, this, that, I pay attention to that,
yeah,
then it's like, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
but just to be saying like, nigga, I'm not keeping up no catty stuff. Like, I saw it.
Yeah,
I saw it.
You saw shit.
Yeah.
So how you feel about that, like, that clip? Like, what he said? Like, because he said some shit. I don't know if you saw this whole episode.
No, I ain't see the whole thing.
But that clip, you saw that clip?
I
can show
kind of saw. You can show it to me. That's cool. That cool. Like,
I don't want you to respond and then you ain't seen.
Okay, no.
You know, because a lot of niggas set you up and do that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I ain't no. you know.
I know you ain't been, you know, you ain't been messy. I know.
I mean, he did say some shit.
Yeah.
I do want, like.
With like the address.
Yeah.
That cool. Okay.
When he was on his
I ain't seen it.
Right? Yeah. Do that fuck up business for you? It did. It fucked up a lot of business. Okay. That was his intention. Okay. You know what I'm saying? That was his intention. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't doing it because it made him feel good. It might have made him feel good, but his intention was to fuck up business. Yeah. Is there anything you could have did to prevent that? There's a lot of things I probably could have did to prevent that. Okay. But I don't know if I would have did them. He wasn't that valuable for you to do it? It wasn't about value. It was about me. I have my way of looking at things. I don't want to sign up to be nobody's daddy. I'm a man. So I feel like men should man up and take accountability and responsibility. Yeah. And so you deal with artists, they have egos. You get where I'm coming from? Yeah. And that's what makes them good artists. Like, I think Euro was a really good artist. You ever work with him again? Hell no.
I had to laugh when he said that.
You spoke about Euro.
Like, when you see shit like that, like, and I ain't, like I say, I ain't doing this to.
I know.
You know.
I get it.
I'm not one of those. Like, I'm really not one of those.
For sure.
And then I'm keep it G. I fuck with both of y'all.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. But I do want to know what you think when you hear that.
I mean, I don't like. I feel like it come down to. I went through what I went through because I ain't gonna lie. I grew up in the church.
Okay.
And anytime I ever got away from God, God didn't spare that rod, and that's how I knew He loved me. Okay. So it's kind of like when I started putting my trust in man, I had to pay attention. Like, and I don't want to say his name to hurt him, but I'm gonna be like, if I have to put everything into perspective, hurt people. Okay. Genuinely, I never done nothing to bro, but once I never also paid attention to bro background. No disrespect, but realistically, LA the Boomman was never a successful artist. In a sense of like never getting like views show. He didn't get where he wanted to. And I only know this because after having conversations, that's when I kind of started paying. Cause I'm like, I wasn't in that footstep yet, but I know he had a lot of complaints about F these people, It was a lot of talking down on people, but I stuck with him because, bro, I'm riding with you because you're taking a chance on me.
Exactly.
But it wasn't until I went to therapy I had to realize it was never going to happen for me because it's never happened for any of his artists. And it's kind of like you always get attached to people to take people down because it never happened for you. When you can really put people in position. No, I mean, look at Fujiano. Look at me. Look at Free Fujiano. I love Fujiano. Everybody that's been attached, you can name anybody that you go down the list and tell me one person that has had a successful career dealing with bro. And I'm not trying, that's not to badmouth him. And then it's like when you look at the outcome, you really can't play with God people because he's going to show at the end. It's more of a spiritual warfare where if you spiritual, you see the unseen. I got my family. I got 1.3 million subscribers on YouTube. Yeah. We bank every month. I got $200,000 cars. I got 3 houses in the city right now. Bro can't live in the city. Ask him where his family at. Ask him where his kids at. Ask him what kind of car he got. So it's kind of like you got to be genuine with people. Yeah. Because now if I have to look at it from the carnal side, from the human flesh side, am I mad that people didn't see me go up? Yeah. That would hurt. Yeah. Am I mad that people didn't see me turn into like a little baby or something? That would hurt. Yeah. But I also got to understand when you walk with God, faith is something that ain't seen. God is a being that ain't seen. Yeah. So you got to understand the things that come with that. Bro, I wake up every morning, bro, take my little man after I leave the gym. I take my little man outside on the grass. Ain't nobody coming to spend nothing over my block. Like, ain't nobody coming to hit nothing.
Exactly.
I don't look over my shoulder. I'm still in my city, bro. Like, I walk in the grocery store. I get dapped up, bro. I walk to the car crying sometimes because people showing so much love. Like, bro, you got me through. Bro, it's a blessing. So I have to understand I walk with God. Yeah. Whatever man can't see that was taken from him and given to me, then it's not for me to sit up there and be bothered by it. I do an interview, I don't need to wear shades. You can see my eyes. My eyes ain't hollow because I'm healthy. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully.
I caught that one.
You know what I'm saying? As a man, I can look you in the eye. You don't have to see it. Like, men know, you can see the soul through the eyes. You can look at mine. So it's kind of like, I get it, but at the same time, like at that time, it's like I didn't take it no further, but I was never gonna let nobody play with me, bro.
Yeah.
Like never, bro. Like never. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't even got it in me to call it, oh, you a bitch, you a hoe. I ain't doing none of that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I love you, but just understanding, like, you can't keep running from doing wrong, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of talented people that came through, and a lot of these people ain't bounced back because, fortunately for me, I went to therapy.
Yeah.
A lot of these people ain't had that awareness to go to therapy, so it's like they lost, bro. I can't even help some of these people bounce back because it's like they so lost because they energy been taken. You fight 12 rounds.
So you think AE did that to a lot of artists?
They did them to all. I mean, if you ever see somebody
Like
bounce
what you
back
just described, you just described some.
it's deep, bro.
You just
It's a
described some shit.
psychological game, bro.
Like, he ain't just say no regular shit. You said some.
Bro, you tell me one person that you seen that went up, producer or artist, and I'll wait. I'll wait. You tell me one person, and I'm not saying to
Don't wrap me
that's
up, bro.
and it's no disrespect, but it's like if we have to pull facts, let's pull facts.
Oh yeah, you good, bro. That's
So,
he good, yeah.
oh no, for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, that's some shit right now, cause you know, cause I'm gonna say that too. I've been an artist and I've been a CEO. I'm in the CEO spot now. I'm seeing both sides.
Yes.
So I want to ask you some real shit. Like a lot of time, artists bullshit.
A lot of
artists don't
times.
respect the investment.
Yes.
They don't respect what you did for them.
Yes.
Even if it's so small.
Yes.
Put them on the stage.
That's true.
They don't respect it. They feel like it should be your show, they show instead of, bro, they won't even know you if you went with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So is it anywhere in that he can feel like, bro, why are you pressing me and I did all this for you? And I want to ask you this. Is the 800,000 a real number?
No, hell no. It wasn't never no books. Boomman, I'm gonna be honest with you. And I said this in another interview I said now. Boom don't owe me nothing because the way he finessed the game was so smart, it wouldn't come back on him anyway. It'd come back on his homeboy who owned Authentic Empire. So if anything ever came back corrupt, it'd be like, you could be the CEO. That don't mean you own the company.
Okay, hold on. Let's go back. Look. Okay, so Shawty was pulling back those moves, Paul, that probably he made sure it wouldn't come on him, it come on his man.
I mean, he a smart businessman. He know how to run business plays. You got to know how to do business, bro. Like Boom is a smart businessman. It's just if you don't do right by people, bro, it'll never play out right.
I realized something about both of y'all. Mm-hmm. Y'all say all the shit y'all say about each other, but y'all give each other credit on shit that
You got to give me credit. I walk with God. I got
you
my
said
back.
he
I
a
got
smart being a
everything.
man. He said you're a great
If he
artist.
do it the right way. But it's I hate to say it, I don't know what happened in Boom's childhood. I've never heard anybody that's personally known him like speak highly of him in a commendable way. It's always been like he been this slide. This is me. This ain't slide. This ain't throwing no shade.
Speak your truth.
Or
It's your
nothing.
truth.
But it was kind of like me while I was dealing with him. I had a perception in my head that as long as I'm trying to do right by somebody, they can't slime me because God ain't gonna allow it.
Yeah.
That's not how that works.
Okay.
That's just you being naive and gullible if you don't see what the truth is.
Exactly.
And so it was kind of like I was always getting the signs. But the thing that made me stay was if there's some truth in it, then prior to all of it happening, I didn't fathom the thought of like Boom telling me, people gonna come and tell you this, that, and the third. And instead of me thinking it wasn't no red flag that clicked to say I wanted the opportunity so bad I overlooked what could have been red flags. Cause I'm like, as long as he telling me what people gonna say, I'm just waiting for it to happen. Now when it happened, now I trust you even more because you told me this was gonna happen. And it did, but I wasn't hip to who bro was, so I didn't know at the time that I was being told.
Let me ask you this, right? It go back to I may be out of pocket. Put me down if I am.
For sure.
It go back to the accountability conversation. Mm-hmm. You said you overlooked shit because you just wanted to.
I wanted the opportunity just like anybody else.
So that's a percentage of your fault.
Oh, it was definitely 100% my fault.
Oh, okay.
But sometimes you gotta go. You you got to go through fucked up situations sometimes to get to that next level.
Yeah.
This what the game is. The game ain't nothing but pimps and hoes. That's it.
That's it.
You can be hoe, but make sure you know what's coming with being hoed if you can get to the next level. Because it ain't always bad to be hoed if you figure out how you going to maneuver to become the pimp. You got to learn how to be the hoe to be the pimp sometimes. Not always. Everybody ain't born with that pimp mentality.
Yeah.
But you can be hoed enough to be like, okay, cool, I get it.
Yeah.
So it was like, for me, what I didn't know at that time in being green and gullible was what I would tell any rapper. If this was a trap, you could be a good nigga, you could shoot somebody for me, you can be all kind of stuff. I don't owe it to you to give you a P at the right price if you don't know what a P going for. I don't owe it to you to give you a P. And basically what I'm saying is stop giving y'all talent away, expecting people to handle y'all business. That's your business. You want to do music, nigga. This is a music game. This is a business. Learn the business. Figure it's hard, but anything hard. You gotta before you sell dope. You can't just walk up to the trap talking, I'm a cool ass nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody swing something. It's not working that way. If you don't know what's going on, bro, you out of pocket. You gonna get judged.
You gonna get judged.
It just happened. We don't care nothing about you being nice.
Exactly.
Business is business.
Yeah.
And so it's like a lot of us feel like because we can rap, let's do this easy part. And somebody else gonna take care of the business for us. But you crazy.
Yeah.
You crazy. And it's like that's the flaw
crazy,
part about the music game because what I would say about it, by saying that Boom wasn't entirely wrong for how he dealt with the situation in the space of I never got paid for anything. You took my money, but it was smart. It's smart because it's almost like this. You could do me wrong and I can sue you.
Okay.
But get what? If you moving the money, you ain't got the money to pay me. I just spent a lot of money to sue, but now I can't recoup.
Sue a zero entity.
Basically.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be able to recoup. I just won the settlement.
Just sue the empty shoebox.
That's it. So it was kind of
so what you saying is all the shit you did over there, all the features you had, all the records you had, all that crazy shit you had going on.
I was getting like a couple of like the way I was getting like paid from that now. The money, my publishing was supposed to come directly to me. That was our agreement that I would get my publishing. Okay. But I never got none of my publishing because it was directed going.
They redirect. They did the backdoor move.
They did. It had me sign off on it because I did it all while it was good. I was naive. I was didn't know. It was just like, yo, in case things go left later on down the road, sign this over to me, and then I pay it to you. And it never came back. So it was more of that, but like from the features and stuff, it was kind of like the way they teach. Like,
before we get into the features, let's talk about name some of the features you did. What all the features you did?
It's been a few. Some of my own.
A lot of people need to know.
Baby, Future, Gunna, Roddy, Lotto, Rich Homie, R.I.P.
R.I.P. the boy homie, man.
Dro. I can go on.
Yeah. What type of producer you on work with?
Zay, Street Symphony, Bangladesh. Man, I ain't gonna lie, I done work with the best of them. Yeah.
Let me ask you this: like, if it was a situation where he made a lot of those features happen, you feel like, because you know a lot of times, like if if the CEO or the label spend the money, right?
For sure.
They got to make that back.
You should recoup.
Plus they double.
Of course, but that's why you should always have books in place. If I don't got no money, and you tell me, bro, you ain't got no money, we finna go make a play for 100,000. You only getting 1,000. If I agree to that, I can't argue with you about, bro, you got to give me more. No, bro, you ain't making nothing.
Exactly.
You ain't making nothing. If I gave you $100, you wasn't making $100.
Exactly.
If you agree to that, then that's what it is.
Exactly.
But now if I agree to the deal and say, bro, whatever, I understand how business work. I know you got to recoup. Show me my papers on what I owe. Yeah. So I know what's coming out.
Basically do an audit on the label.
Do an audit on the label, but it needs a book in place. You got to have books in place to do an audit. Exactly. And then don't renege on the money just because if it's only $1,000, why would you hold $1,000?
Give me the $1,000.
Just get a nigga $1,000 because that's where the problem arises. Even if you broke a nigga off like $500, like I give it to you later on, you don't give a nigga nothing. Problems arise.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I always thought that too. Like when I used to hear artists suing labels and they be done made 100 million. The nigga asked for 50,000, they won't give it to him. I be like, bro, you just made $100.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you want to give a nigga a house and a car? Like,
I mean,
yo,
but
I ain't saying Shawty did that. That ain't what I'm saying.
Yeah. But I mean,
I'm saying in general, that's how labels operate a lot. Because I don't sit down in meetings where I'm in there for music. I ain't even know they know about my movies. I shoot movies. I do podcasts. I do web series. I do a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I ain't know they was into that. They knew about it.
Of course, it's a scene.
I get there, they want more of that than the music.
Yes.
They want all that.
Yeah. That's how it
I'm
works.
like, what the hell?
That's how it works. It's just business.
Then when I first learned that, my first time going in there, I was like, okay, this shit business.
Yeah.
So I started structuring myself like a business.
That's what you gotta do.
So people around me, I'm gonna treat you like a business.
Yeah.
Like, when it business time, ain't no friends. So it's like,
yeah.
you do half-ass work.
Yeah.
Being the check come, you get a half-ass check.
There you go. For sure.
Yeah, so.
For sure.
Like,
this game lucrative.
Yeah.
It's lucrative because they need the people that ain't willing to really, like, they need the people that really came from nothing because we'll take anything.
Anything.
And it's almost, but the thing is, it don't make it morally right. It just ain't right just to fuck over somebody just because you can. Like, I could sign a blind man, but does it make it right? Should I really be like, well, nigga, it ain't my fault you can't see? Nigga, no, bro, it's not right, bro. It's just, well, not right, it just ain't right. That's all it comes down to. But that's why they in the business that they are. We not looking for smart niggas. We not looking for no business. We need little Tay who ain't had a bath in 4 days, ain't ate. That nigga finna sign some shit that gonna say he gonna give me 100,000 after that it's the game.
After I make him 200 million.
Man, I'm gonna put the nigga in the hole. It's the game.
You feel like the label sabotage you?
Man, I feel like
with the futures and shit. I asked that because I'm not to cut you off. My bad. But I asked that because I saw an interview when you were saying they would give you the features, but they wouldn't put no money behind it.
It was intentional.
Okay.
What did they play with? I think Boone learned how to work his avenues because, saying this in a respectful manner and just understanding the game a lot better than I did then. The connections that he was claiming to have was more the facade of kind of like, it was more like, instead of taking this route of trying to scale up within the music industry, let me sell this perception of what I'm going to build this dude up, because his sales pitch was Euro's going to be the next big artist.
Yeah.
You see what I'm doing for him. Exactly. Give me 10 bands to sit down and talk and meet. So if you do the math on that, if you pay Future 100,000 and you have no plans on marketing or advertising because you need Euro to stay in his pocket and still be your pet to draw in your people, the money. 100,000, you can get 20 people with 10 bands that's gonna come see you. Done made your money back plus 100,000. You weren't never gonna market Euro, but the sales pitch of where Euro's career can catapult, make people buy into, like, it looked like it's on Euro on why Euro's not growing. It's easy to say, oh, Euro this, that, and the third. If I'm not getting any bread, $500 from a feature, the fuck I'm investing in as far as like marketing. We talking about Future, nigga. Like, exactly. What I'm gonna pay? Like, I can come up with all the things, but if the label's not cutting me my due check, I would have took my own money and did that. Exactly. I did what it took to get to bruh. So what make you think I wasn't gonna keep investing in myself?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? To make my ball keep rolling. Exactly. But you gotta kind of like crumb at a nigga. Just give him pennies on a dollar. But the whole time it's like your big play is 10 bands to sit down with me. But then I got like these 4 other workers over here that's just like taking these bullshit meetings for like anywhere between a band, 5 bands. But if them niggas got 20 to 30 of them coming in a day, you can just do the math. Like, it's adding up. Them niggas eating.
So basically, in your eyes, the whole AE shit is a scam.
I watched the formula.
It's a scam.
Yeah. Like, not saying it in a like hating manner. It's just kind of watching how the business
So you can't succeed up there.
You know what it is? I'm gonna be real with you. It's as much as a scam as these credit repair people. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
you can't shortcut in life. Ain't no paying no nigga $500 to fix some shit you fucked up on your credit. Nigga, if you owe 10 bands on your credit, pay that shit off. That's the only way the shit coming off.
Exactly.
This is a credit agency we talking about. Them niggas know what the fuck going on. You can't pay nobody to delete your shit and then get mad. So if you gonna pay somebody to sit down and instead of putting your own hard work in, it ain't really a scam because you willingly gave to the service that they was offering. Now they don't fulfill their service. You just gotta take that as an experience and a learning lesson and say, I should have put this work in myself instead of just.
So as us, we just gotta be more accountable and
gotta be more accountable.
We just gotta be more accountable.
Stop holding on to the title up there like, I'm paying a label to sign me. Nigga, what? That
ain't what it is.
That ain't what it is, bro.
Let's switch gear. You said you said your mama had 10 kids.
Yeah.
How was your upbringing? What like where you from? Like
so I'm from the
don't
west
know.
side.
Okay.
Front of one. I stayed over on Simpson, all Simpson. It was Heritage Square Apartments. Then I moved over there to our north side.
Yeah.
We stayed on the west side till I was about 9. Moved to the east side off Columbia Drive.
Okay.
But I, being born from the west side, I had to keep going over to the west side.
Going back to your hood. Yeah.
Went to Mays. Went to Morehouse. For me, for a long time, even in a lot of interviews, I didn't believe I was hood. I just knew up and down because I had both parents. I think I was more optimistic. I was like, we went to church. I had both parents, but it was crazy because, when I was taking my girl around like my hood, like where I grew up and shit like that, she was like, nigga, this the hood, bro. I'm like, nah, baby, it's not. Nigga, that's the hood, bro. You tripping. Like, wait, she thought it was a joke because I just didn't know. I've seen people in worse predicaments than me. So that's what made me feel like this ain't the hood.
Yeah.
But it was like my mom and dad was together, but they weren't really together. My mom, she dealing with her own shit, pops like in and out the house, stuff like that. I just knew I ain't see no drugs, I ain't see no alcohol. I got a roof over my head, I got clothes. Yeah. Like nigga, it's other people far worse than what I got going through. So maybe I ain't hood, but it was like it wasn't until I realized like a lot of the business decisions I would make were hood ass decisions, like some, you know what I'm saying, rinky dink ass decision, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
That's what my mindset was.
So, okay, so both parents was there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you think how both parents there help you?
I think like you can see what to do and what not to do. Like my dad's still in my life, but he wasn't the best dad. He was just like the first one to stay present out of his situation. So he didn't really know how to be a dad. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That real.
But I was able to learn from him his mistakes because at least he stayed. So as a grown ass man, I can give him the benefit of the doubt.
Exactly.
Same with my mom. Like they only knew what they knew.
Yeah.
And I couldn't blame them, but I can look at that and say, all right, cool. I know what not to do.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like I know how to channel my energy now. Like I ain't beat my kids because I got a problem with my girl or
life
or something like that. I don't got to put them through what I went through because it's just like I understand now. Exactly. But I don't even hold it over their head because it's like you just tried with what you had. You just didn't know.
They don't know what you're gonna teach them either.
That's it.
Yeah.
And they don't know. They teach you to be a better person or the same person.
Like my kids saved my life.
Yeah.
Like, ain't even no way around that. Like,
mine too.
Yeah, I would have been dead or doing 90.
For sure.
Easy.
You got something to live for now.
Yeah. Let me ask you that, right? If you fuck that. What's your Mount Rushmore? Your top 4 in Atlanta. Impact. Not best rapper, just impact. I don't hear people say they ain't got to be rappers. I don't heard niggas say Hosea Williams. I don't heard all type of shit. Like just anything. I don't heard athletes. Anything.
Yeah.
Your top 4 impact.
Hosea Williams, Maynard Jackson. I feel like Martin Luther King for the influence of the people, but we talking about Atlanta, right?
Yeah, it could be rappers, it could be athletes, it could be whoever.
Only reason why I can't put rappers on there because it's like it'd be too many. I never been a rapper fan for rappers. I always like rapper because they journey. I like that fact that like you the underdog. It looked like he was over with.
Exactly.
Came back, so I can't It's too many of them for that influenced me for that. Yeah.
Okay. You said Hosea,
Yeah.
Maynard Jackson.
Yeah. Martin.
And you say me if you want to. It's all good.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you got me on here, so I guess I could say you, bro. Like,
That shit
you look like
shit.
all them niggas combined. So
I slick do though. But yeah, though.
For sure.
So them three and who else? One more.
Damn. Man, which one of these mayors did a lot for black people? I know they all corrupt, but they all.
Bill Campbell let Freak Nick go. That's the only nigga I remember for real.
For real? I ain't gonna lie, I remember Cassine, Andre. I rock with Andre.
I remember the new niggas.
I love Andre.
Of course, I remember the new niggas.
Yeah, okay.
I'm talking about the old niggas. That's all I remember.
Yeah. Damn. You gotta come back to me on that one. I gotta figure out
one rapper. One rapper. Not saying you think he the biggest, but just one rapper.
I'm gonna say Future, and I'm gonna say why I say Future.
Okay.
It's pretty much like I said. I got the same story for everybody. I always watch how artists grow.
Okay.
So it's been a couple times where for me, I was just kind of like, I think it's the perseverance of artists that like they keep going. Like it was like watching Future when he dropped like Space Cadet, and I was like, okay, cool. It was just like it was forever evolving. And like here we are like years later, and it's like the man he's still but it's everybody. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I can say that about Tip.
Yeah.
I can say that about like everybody that understand business and just understand what it is to keep going. I feel like that might motivate even Lil Baby.
Yeah.
21. Everybody, bro. Like everybody that just keep going, bro. Like
that's fat.
Yeah.
You said something about real quick. We about to get up out of here, but
Joe.
Homeschooling your kids.
Yeah.
What's that about? Why you chose that?
Cause I was locked up and I was trying to figure out why I was so comfortable. And it was just like I had to realize the shit looked like my college dorm. The shit looked like my shit looked like school.
Yeah.
Just like the same clock, same walls.
Yeah.
Down there, same floors. It was just like, and I think that's when it hit me, like, you know, ride the same bus to court, same lunch trays, same portion servings. Commissary is like the same little snacks I used to walk around selling from honey buns. It was just too much, brother. I was like, oh, fuck. I had to pay attention. Like, and then, you know, being a grown man, being in business, but I'm too old to just be figuring. I didn't know how to buy a house.
Yeah. I
didn't know how to pay taxes. I didn't know how to do everything. I felt like what I really should have learned in school, it wasn't never taught. I was like, damn, them niggas they were babysitting me from like 6 to 17.
Yeah, exactly.
I spent 8 hours in that motherfucker doing like nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Learning, but it wasn't stuff that was going to help me in society. So it's like with my kids, like I let my kid know straight up. Like I said, they nerd, bro, but they know like, man, y'all niggas kings, bro. We don't let no nigga play. We walk into the, like, you know, I take them to, like, all the houses we own, everything that we got going. They understand the business to know, like, this world is changing to where when y'all get around anybody that's in some power, you know how to carry yourself with entitlement because you entitled to the things that we leave you.
Exactly.
The thing that we put in y'all name. So it's like, it ain't none of that, my voice got to change. Hey, Mr. Powell, how are you, sir? No, nigga, what's up, Powell? How you doing, bro? What we doing?
Exactly.
It's straight business.
We already
carrying the same shit.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I don't want my children getting caught up in another nigga who got a different mentality telling them that ain't what it is. Like we ain't doing that, bro.
Exactly.
You ain't gotta. So I don't
want to do that.
I just, you know, they know about guns. They know about, you know, I crack all the kind of jokes with them. We talk about pussy. We talk about
all type of shit. Yeah, you got to do that.
You got to expose them so that wall ain't there.
Man. Yeah,
so it's like they got the best of both sides, but it even got to the point where I was telling them, like, man, I got to take y'all over to the hood because y'all ain't going to be ready. So a gun go off, y'all nigga don't know to get down.
Yeah.
And it was like my son had to break it to me and say, Dad, we ain't never going to the hood. I don't even want to go to the hood.
For what?
And I thought about it like, damn. I'm finna put these niggas back in the environment that I tried to work to get out of just so
Exactly.
I guess it felt like because they was a part of me.
Yeah.
So it's like with homeschooling, like I keep them happy about who they really are. They like anime. They like you know, they dress crazy as hell, but it's them. It's their identity and who they want to be. So it's like, I don't take that from them. They ain't into like social media and shit like that. So it's kind of like, it's really raising your kids for the change that's where your success gonna come from. And that's my investment.
And I can respect that. I appreciate it. Let me ask you this. 2 life sentences.
Yeah.
You were facing that. Mm-hmm. You can talk about that a little bit?
For sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Why?
Karma. That was like karma. Everything I ever got away with got caught up with some shit I didn't do. But it was like, even though as much as I wanted to be upset about it, it was kind of like, bro, God been sparing you the whole time.
Exactly.
And so it was kind of like when the one thing I live by is kind of like, I don't stop moving and working because I remember like not knowing what was going on in my situation. My dad was like, brother, I'm going to tell you this and you're going to walk by my faith from here on out. Okay. And I live by that ever since. He was like, bro, God, I'm going to tell you how God works. We don't know what's going on with your situation because God don't want you to know the outcome. If you knew the outcome right now, you wouldn't have faith in him. He gonna turn that judge against you. Your attorney can't do shit for you. The juror's gonna be against you. The DA gonna come down on you so hard. Everything gotta be stacked against you. So when you make it out, you know it's only one person. And that's how I always been working. So, you know, even walking off from my situation, a lot of people like, the fuck, why you just drop with Future? I don't give a fuck. I can drop with whoever I want to, but it's like, I walk with God. And if some shit ain't right, I leave it to him to say, hey, you got to straighten this shit because I'm telling people it's you.
Yeah.
If you want people to come to you, I'm telling them I'm walk with you. So you got to see me through this shit because if you don't, they ain't going to believe and I ain't going to believe in you no more. Exactly. So you got to come through for me. You got to make it
happen. So what put you in the rooms for that? Like what were the charges if you could talk about?
2 ARs, for possession during commission, hijacking, what's that one to? That was 9 right there. Yeah, 2 AR. Yeah, 2 aggravated assaults. Yeah. So it was just like
So you really you in the blender?
Oh, I was in a blender. And then it was like I also knew I never gave a statement.
Yeah.
So a lot of niggas be thinking like, oh, no face, no case, no statement. I'm straight. I'm gonna wag. Hell nah. That just mean they gonna run with whatever narrative they create.
Whatever they cook up.
So whatever they cook up. That what you fighting. Them nigga can say you let off shots.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? Stand up in court? Your Honor, that ain't true. You can't do that. You just gotta sit there and let them folks say, and they do. That's what they do.
That's what they do.
That's what they do.
That's
so
what they
it was
do.
like, you know, and they run with the statement of like, you know, he didn't write a statement because he know what he's guilty of. So that's why we want to bring it. We want to come. He didn't know what to say at the time because he know he got caught red-handed. None of the shit true.
Exactly.
But shit, nigga, I'm sitting here. I'm in the system. What can I do?
Fashion. I want to do this before we get up out of here, right? I want to do a word association. I'm going to say a word. You say the first thing that comes to your head.
Ooh.
Ready?
Let's do it.
Euro.
Got it.
Life.
Sentence.
Kids.
Love.
Life sentences.
Freedom.
God.
Everything.
Music.
Love it.
Fashion.
Yeah.
You rather be loved or respected?
Respect it.
All right. Appreciate y'all. I know what's going on, man. G said we outside another episode. Fat Podcast. Euro Gotti came in here. He said what he said.
Yes, sir.
On God.